This will probably be the last deck review of the night. This deck was, well, the this deck type. Wait now. Yeah, this deck was kind of not created by me. It was created by Bahamut 84, but this is a different build, I guess, and it's actually called Another Neos Beat, which is kind of, yeah, self-explanatory. Okay, you may not actually get how the deck would work like, but you have to actually see how the deck would work. Yeah, I'm not making sense. It's extremely late at night and I'm just rambling again. So yeah, we have one Stratos, our main character, which is 3 Alias, or Another Neos in OCG, 3 Ryo, 3DD Warrior Lady. Is this deck looking familiar? Is it a no city deck? No, not really. It's not like the big city or small city or no city decks. It's, yeah. So here's the layout of the monster cards. It's like there's a trinity of 3D Warrior Lady, 3 Another Neos, 3 Ryo, and 3 Onassis. Cyber Dragons, yeah, just normally beat stick. And I only have one tuner, and that's the Gale. Okay. Stratos is the main searcher. Even though I only have like, what, 3 targets, the main character is Elemental Hero Alias. And yeah, next we move on to the spells, which is 3 Gemini Sparks, 2 Book of Moon, 2 E Emergency Call, 1 Smashing Ground, 1 Fissure. My only regret is that I couldn't use like 2 or 3 fissures for this deck. 1 Heavy Storm, 1 MST, and 1 Reinforcements of the Army. The thing about this deck is that it's a trap heavy deck, and that's why a lot of people think it's something like a city deck, but it's not. City deck is like an elemental hero deck that has like anti-meta elements. It can either use the Skyscraper or not, but they usually use Beast King Barbaros or stuff like that. But this is Another Neos Beat, and it actually has a plan. It has a plan to play by, which I'll explain later on. So here's the trap layout. It's 3 Hero Blasts. Hero Blast was released in Light of Destruction. Its effect is return 1 normal E-Hero monster from your graveyard to your hand and inflict, and destroy an opponent's monster whose attack is equal to or lower than the attack of the returned monster. Alias is a Gemini and he's a normal monster in the graveyard, so yeah, he's a good target for this. He's starting to see it now, cause, well, this is actually more of a anti-meta kind of build. I lost the actual link to the first Another Neos Beatdown. I believe there's also a Supervis version, but I never really, well, seen it being used. The deck does have a sort of interesting strategy that is kind of, well, in a sense, very useful. The strategy is actually involving Alias or Another Neos. I keep on misleading the two. Gemini Spark, and wait, I think Gemini Spark has a different name in TCG, but no, that's just me. And 1 Hero Blast. So all you actually do is, like, for example, is like you summon out Alias, then they use cards like Bottomless or Torrential, then you just chain, and then you just target a card on the field. You get to draw your card, and then you'll have added destruction, and you'll be able to add your beat stick back to your hand with Hero Blast. And to be honest with you, this card use Hero Blast to destroy your opponent's tuner monsters right before they synchro summon. Just a tip. And yeah, another interesting thing about this deck, which I actually chose to do a review on it, which is like long overdue, it is very long overdue, is because Starlight Road has been released in the OCG, and yeah, as you notice in this deck, they're like, except for Mirror Force, Heavy Storm, and Torrential Tribute, they're like a lot of only single destruction cards. Yeah, like the Fissure, the Smashing Ground, the Gemini Spark. Yeah, So it basically like bypasses Starlight Road. Starlight Road's a really broken card. It just got released, but I don't have the card because I won't bother getting one. No, seriously. In fact, it's also quite a hard card to work around, and it's actually really it's really splashable in a lot of decks. I'm probably gonna spend the remainder of this review talking about Starlight Road. I'll put a link in the sidebar to the Wikia page for Starlight Road. Probably after it's actually done uploading, but I'll probably be asleep when it's uploading. I usually leave my computer on to upload nowadays. But yeah, Starlight Road's effect is a trap card, you see. When an effect that when the effect that destroys two or more cards on the field, you can activate this card. Negate the effect and Spiral Summon a Stardust Dragon from extract to the field. Yeah, that's actually really broken. Good thing about this deck is that it runs Oppression. It's honest. Honest, you can use it to beat down your D Warrior Lady. You'll be able to remove or play the Stardust that comes out, but hopefully you won't let the Stardust come out, because in some cases the Assault Mode decks would actually use that card, Assault Mode Activate, or should I say Buster Mode? Oh yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. So Buster Mode decks are have a new edge lah. So you look at all the Buster Mode or Assault Mode decks in OCG, they'll probably use Starlight Road. But Starlight Road is a very expensive card, and I won't quote the price range because then the Singaporeans or OCG players will actually be able to gauge how expensive it is. But yeah, it's really expensive. And yeah, that's practically the video. I'm gonna go and sleep now. This is Next Charge signing off. Good night.